In this video, we're going to be talking about how the YouTube channel 5 Minute Crafts is able to create such perfect looking things, and why I have 5 insights. I have 5 insights coming up to help explain why what often looks so easy and simple in a video can actually still be very difficult and challenging to make and not come out looking as perfect as we expected. But before we jump into this, we need to go over a couple foundational things. 5 Minute Crafts is a YouTube channel. They do a lot of life hack type stuff, experiments, DIY projects, and these they can be made out of cardboard sometimes, and then they'll also make them out of all kinds of other things, and most of the videos are less than a minute. So they'll be doing a video, and there'll be a compilation of a lot of short videos to make like one 18-minute video or something around that length, and they show some pretty perfect looking things, and then just to grasp how big 5 Minute Crafts is and get a better understanding of where this is all going. All of the 5 Minute Crafts channels, they have 5 Minute Crafts, and there's also like 5 Minute Crafts Teens, 5 Minute Crafts for Men, 5 Minute Crafts Girly, all those different ones. They all together have over 147 million subscribers. So this isn't even all of the channels. That's the ones I could round up after a little bit of research, but I think I missed a couple, so you could add a few million onto there. And then the population of the United States, for reference, is 328 million people. So this is a global audience here, but just reference the population of the United States, 328 million. It's definitely something happening with 5 Minute Crafts. People want to do these projects. They want to build them, and it's very flashy. It looks very nice, but I'm sure if you've clicked on this video, you've probably felt that little bit of letdown when you tried to make something just like I have, and then you've seen it, and it just didn't look as nice as you expected. It didn't come up to the quality you saw in the video, or it just didn't work as well. And now, jumping into those 5 insights, insight number 1 is that they try more times than you actually get to see. So the first time you make something, it's never going to be perfect. Just like Thomas Edison, he didn't create the light bulb on his first try. He actually did 10,000 tries before he got to something that worked. So again, it takes a lot of tries to figure out something. So they can edit out a lot of the time. They're prepping things, they're sizing up their material, they're coming up with ideas. You never see any of the planning of their projects. That's something I like to show on this channel, give you guys a better feel for that. But over on 5 Minute Crafts, you never actually see that planning. You never see the prep work. Oftentimes it'll already be pre-cut or like pre-taped along the side, and it all can be put together very fast. And then the editing cuts, they're very fantastic at their video editing. It all just seamlessly comes together and makes it look a lot faster and easier than it really was. So there's that. But then also we have I can guarantee you that they're doing that planning, and you don't see any of their failures. So you can see all your own failures, right? When I'm creating a project, I'll see, oh my goodness, that one didn't work, and oh, that one didn't work either, and I tried to revise it and that didn't work either. You've probably done the same thing. I tried to make a cardboard gun once. I went through like 3 revisions and then revised those revisions, and none of them even worked except for one. It could shoot a pencil like 3 feet. Other than that, they create these projects, and they release videos and things that look like they work as well. So you don't have to they create the perfect conditions to see that those work, and you see everything that you do. So I don't want you to start comparing yourself too harshly to these big channels, as you see not only 5 Minute Crafts but other crafting channels. And when your work just doesn't come up to the same level, you want to avoid falling into the comparison trap, because comparison is the thief of joy. So it's never going to be, you're stealing your own joy, your own creativity, your own inspiration, as you compare that to people who are better than you in that area, in that specific thing that you're looking at. It's going to make it less fun, and you never want to compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. So I am a beginner at some things, and I don't want to compare that beginning to somebody who's been training in that for years and years. It's just not even going to be fair, and it's going to make me feel bad, and then I'm not going to be as creative and inspired. And also, you want to just lean into what your real skills are and your giftings from the Lord, because there are things that different people are gifted at in different ways. Not everybody is gifted to be a cardboard crafting genius or a craft DIY person. You do different things, so don't be discouraged there. And now, if you're getting well, actually, first, all of these principles apply to more than just the 5-Minute Crafts channel. I was trying to communicate that a little bit earlier, but they apply to even Maker Brain sometimes. When you're watching videos, they can be edited and cut to make things look a little easier and quicker than they really are. And now, if you're getting value out of this video, smash the like button so hard that I can feel it through the screen. But if we're just meeting, my name is Eli Tennant, and this is Maker Brain. I love to help you access and implement your creative skills so that you can succeed and have joy doing what you love and creating things. I release a brand new video every week. So if you want to stay tuned on that, then make sure you subscribe and ring the bell notification so you get a notification every time I upload another helpful video. Now, insight number 2 is that they have a team of people crafting, so that is, if you ever wondered why 5-Minute Crafts can make so many things in so little time, is that they have a team of people. This is a channel that big with 148 million subscribers can't sustain that kind of success with just one person, and you are just one person. So again, don't compare that harshly to yourself. And then they not only is that just true that they would need a team, but you can see it in the videos. There's different people working on different things. And when you have a team like that, different people can lean into their different gifts and skills so that you end up with the optimum person doing the optimum thing. Just an example, I am really good with cardboard. That's kind of what this channel is about. But then my younger brother can demolish me in skill when it comes to making things out of origami. So, if I ever wanted to make an origami video, I'd probably consult him and maybe have him do it, because then we would be working as a team. He'd be doing what he's best at. I'd be waiting to do what I'm best at. And so they can all work on their optimum thing, and that helps them create more perfect projects, because the people who are the most skilled are spending the most time doing the things that they are best at. Oftentimes, when we have to make projects on our own, it's not the most optimum thing. I might have to make something out of wood just because of certain strength requirements or something, and I'm not fantastic at working with wood, so that is not my optimum medium to be working with. But on 5-Minute Crafts, they just probably pull in whichever team member is the best at woodworking, and then they'd make a video on that, and it would look more perfect. And question of the day: have you ever created a 5-Minute Crafts inspired project? I've done some in my time, but now let me know in the comments below. I read and reply to every comment. Have you ever made a project inspired by 5-Minute Crafts? And insight number 3 is that they finish their creations. So obviously they do finish their creations, they complete them, but they also finish them in the sense that they make them look nice at the end. They make them very flashy. They'll use paper, paints, various colored things, and nice backgrounds, bright, clean areas. They'll have ideal conditions for it, and it'll all look very clean, very crispy with all these flashy colors. And that is finishing the creation. So oftentimes when we create creations, we just leave them as cardboard and they work, but they don't look as nice. And another note is, whenever 5-Minute Crafts is making something out of cardboard, the cardboard is almost always like brand new. It's never like a random Amazon box with printing on it. All of that sometimes goes unnoticed, and it just looks way better. So we can always take that as a tip for our own selves when we're making models that when we want to look perfect, is that you can use paints, fillers, and flashy colors to cover up a lot of mistakes sometimes. So if you want to make something look more professional, then make sure you finish it, and don't just leave it as cardboard. And they also have super high quality video. This is part of why things look perfect. They know how to capture people's attention, and they know how to make it look perfect, even if it's not. So they make it all look very nice. And it's definitely better than if you just took a photo on your phone. It's going to look better than that. But now I want to remind you that there are resources and links down in the description below, as well as a guide that you can use that has everything you need to start crafting with cardboard, with links and descriptions of all the tools that you need to even finish your models, just like I was talking about with paints and fillers and primers, all of that down in the description. Click the link down there and you will be all set. Now, we also, insight number 4 is that they are masters of what they do. Masters of what they do. So they are indeed skilled at crafting. That's kind of what I was getting at with the teams as well, is they are very skilled at this. So they've done a lot of crafting. Practice makes perfect. That's how you get really good at something. And they have some really creative ideas. I mean, it's not all like fakes. It's not all bad ideas. It'd be selfish to assume that I'm somehow better than the 5-minute crafts creators over there who are making these really cool projects. It'd be selfish to assume that all their projects are faked or use some sort of video magic, although some of them are not totally honest, in my opinion. A lot of them have brilliant ideas in there that you could use or revise on to make something really nice. And then they make perfect things. Making perfect things takes time, and they're skilled at what they do, but they also, a lot of them, this is like a full-time job, and they have the time to pursue these creative ideas. Oftentimes when we are just hobbyist creators, then we see something and it's not our full-time job to like be making DIY crafts. So when we see something that we could be making, we have to go work, and it just doesn't happen. We don't have the time to pursue those ideas, just like the 5-minute crafts creators on that channel do. And insight number 5 is that, I gotta find my notes. They don't have to survive real world use. The projects don't have to survive real world. This is a big one, so stay tuned. They on the wrong thing. There we go. All right. Now, so they don't have to survive real world use, which means not only do they not have to be as durable, and I just want to remind you, a video can make a piece of trash look really helpful. So they don't have to be as durable, and they don't actually have to be perfect if you take a really good video of them. But they could be more of an annoyance sometimes. Like there's a lot of videos on like organizers and pencil organizers, right? But no matter how many organizers you have, I have one like right here, but it's too clunky to move. One right here. No matter how many organizers you have, you're going to eventually need to actually put stuff in them. And it is like, this is just all put together, and it's only for the tools that I need. But this has been revised on to be very practical. Even though it doesn't look perfect, it is practical. And those projects aren't always practical. They look perfect, but most, in my opinion, like 50% of a creative project is actually finding an idea that's helpful. So some of those ideas are kind of abstractly helpful, and they could help you, but it's not a very good like use of your creative time. It's like the hardest way to make something. But in addition to that, they don't need to make the products really durable. So durability is a big thing that they can sort of leave out. Oftentimes when we're creating, I know I keep saying oftentimes when we're creating, we have to sacrifice looks for durability. You got to put an extra layer of cardboard in there. You have to put another bead of glue that just looks messy. So 5-minute crafts only has to have it work on the first try. If it falls apart on the second try, that's fine, because the video has already been recorded. And durability is just such a big part of creating. So yeah, you can make your projects, they have to be durable, they have to be practical, and those two kind of go together. But 5-minute crafts doesn't have to spend as much time doing that. So their projects can look really flashy. You can add these colors, and then you're seeing them right after they're made. They're not going through a year of use and then being all dirty and beat up. They only have to last one time. And I don't want to take 5-minute crafts and similar channels down too much. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I am just simply pointing out some of the reasons why everything looks perfect on those channels. And they do, I'll admit, they have a lot of really creative, really good ideas. That's part of the reason I started this channel, Maker Brain, is to give you creative inspiration ideas. All of those are amazing. And some of these things I'm saying, again, they apply to my channel, Maker Brain. So it's not like these are all bad things that are happening. Editing out your videos so that they look nicer is helping you. It's helping you get your content, what you want faster. So editing is definitely something you want to keep in there. But then also understand that this applies to all kinds of channels. So all of these, there's a bunch more that this all applies to, and reviewing the things that are important to remember for how they make perfect projects is, number one, they try more times than you actually see. You don't see all the planning, you don't see all the prep, so they can make it look much easier. And they have a team of people crafting. A team of people with very optimized skills can get a lot more done than one person. They finish their creations, make them look very nice, and with all those flashy displays, good videography, good photos, yeah, you can make something look really amazing. And then they are masters of what they do. They've spent time practicing, perfecting their skills, and they are definitely very high quality, highly skilled crafters. And lastly, their projects don't have to survive real world use. They simply need to survive the first try. So that is why. But if you want to watch a video on how to stay creatively motivated and inspired, click right here. And then if you want to watch another video by MakerBrain, click or tap right there. But don't forget that down in the description, there is that link to the cardboard crafting guide, the cardboard checklist for all the tools that you're going to need to do cardboard crafting. As always, I'm Eli Tennant. God bless you, and I will see you in another video.